I am a professional gravel rider. I've been doing the gravel scene properly probably just under 2 years now. Previously to that, I was on a pro Conti road team in the UK, and then my sport actually began in swimming and running. And yes, I did a bit of triathlon. Hi, I'm Danny Shrewsbury. Yes, Shrewsbury. No one actually knows how to say my surname. I've got a strawberry on my Instagram because a funny story when I raced in Europe is basically the commentators gave up trying to say my surname, so instead just started calling me Danny Strawberry. So that's why that's my nickname. Well, bikes have kind of always featured in my life. My dad was a professional athlete when he was younger. He was in the GB tri team, so bikes were always in my life, but I actually predominantly focused on swimming and running when I was younger. So like my brother was more into the cycling, but I think I had such a good friendship group in swimming and running. I'm more focused on that. But then when I got older, I went to university and joined a rowing team. And I did that to quite a high level, and our cross training was always cycling. And it was only then that I fell more in love with the cycling. Because when I was younger, I did the triathlon and stuff, but funny enough, the cycling was like the weaker part for me, just because I didn't do it as much. But yeah, as I did it more and more as cross training for rowing, that's when I started to fall in love with it. Did it more with my brother and dad, and then when I left uni in London, we've got like an amazing community, and I kind of just got a bit obsessed with it and competitive, trying to beat all the guys in the park, and that's when a guy approached me and said I should try racing.
You can see Daniela's Rosby for plays of the Traka.
It's so, I mean, there's amazing things that go on pre-event, and obviously that's what's great about gravel. It's such a community vibe, and you know, you can have people doing their first gravel races lining up next to us, and it's incredible atmosphere, but like it can be overwhelming. And I'm a really social person, so I like a couple of days before the event, I'll be around chatting to everyone, but then I kind of escape the noise, I call it, because like once you've got a result once, everyone puts like an expectation on you, and you, as much as you try to ignore it, sometimes it's hard. So especially at Unbound, I think because of the result I got, there was, people always want interviews and talking, and I kind of just go into my own little bubble. I just do what I need to do to put myself in the best position when I get on that start line. I love like a big believer of manifesting. So I like to, write down what I want to happen and what the best scenario is. And I kind of visualize the race the day before in my head. And then I think it just sets you up like mentally in the best frame of line. So when I get on that start line for the big races, like I know that I'm in the best place possible, and then I'm just dialed in. So I think in the gravel world, what's been really good to see is that, you know, women's cycling has been spoken about a lot, and how it, like, they're trying to evolve it so much in the women and the roadside, and they're learning so much from like where women maybe have not had so much of an opportunity as the men in the past. And I think, you know, gravel, it started out, and like, I mean, even Unbound, like some of the races this year, we've been set off with the men, which causes carnage and isn't always fair for us women. We're strong enough just to race each other, and we don't necessarily want to be piled in with the men. And I think that's something that we are seeing in gravel. They're evolving it, they're listening to us female athletes. And yeah, I think the major events like Unbound, like everyone's watching it. I suppose you could say it's the biggest gravel race in the world. So when you're coming into the event, and I've coming forth before, it's little things like you get a call up to the line, everyone's watching. But I think what people forget is actually sometimes in gravel racing especially, the result can be taken out of your hands. Like the amount of people that have had punctures or mechanicals, and like, it's 200 miles, like so much can go wrong in that 200 miles. And also, like, you just might not be on your on day. Like at the end of the day, we're human, and we can prep our bodies to 100%, but like on that day you might not. Like I've had races this year where I've like thought I'd be in the best shape ever, and then on the day I'm just feeling crap and the legs aren't working. So like, obviously going into Unbound, I did feel that pressure, but like I said, as long as I knew that I was put myself in the best position possible on the day, I just had to, if anything went wrong on the day, you just kind of have to deal with it. Like I personally know that I probably could have even got better. There's little mistakes that I made throughout the race. Like I spent the first half of the race rotating the front 5 wheels, and that was like the best position possible. And then this one section that was quite crucial, I ended up at the back of the front pack, where I ended up slamming on my brakes, getting stuck in a mud section, and then that basically cost me from being in that front 9 sprint. But you can't help but replay that one moment where you could have been like on that wheel, because at the end of the day that cost me. But I think as a professional athlete, I think it's kind of in your nature to overanalyze like what went wrong and what you could have changed, but I think it only makes you better for the next time. But like I say, in gravel, sometimes stuff's taken out of your control, and I doubt there's been a gravel athlete that can say their whole season has been smooth. Amazing as well is that we don't give up. Like, it's so easy just to write it off. Yeah, it's just gravel racing.